Was it actually canceled? I can't remember that.
I think Wings. I think it was mutually agreed upon by the producers and the studio that that would be about it. I mean, we'd gone almost 8 seasons, and while I think it wasn't doing as well as it had, although ironically, probably in its lowest rating would probably beat a hit show today, a streamer, numbers wise. I just know that it was coming to an end, and everybody kind of had a tacitly agreed that this is what was going to happen. And it was interesting because when it ended, I guess we we all thought, okay, now what? Because 8 years is a long time,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's a long time for a TV show. At the time, it was one of the longest sitcoms ever to have run. Now it's probably been surpassed by a lot of shows, but at the time it was probably in the top 10 shows in the history of television in terms of its longevity. I think that I assumed that I would work more, and I was proven right, but not necessarily in things that were good after that. I thought I was, you know, king shit in a way, and by that I thought I was all right. This is, I really established myself on this show, and what's next for me? And in a way, I was treated like that. I was treated by my representatives who saw a possibility of going to a next level. And I was, in fact, given the opportunity to do my own show, which I did almost a season of. And this was called originally Cursed. It was on NBC, and it was with me and Chris Elliott, Wendell Pierce. It was a kind of a mess. It was kind of a mess.
So, what were you thinking the morning after
Ah,
Wings ended?
well, in a way, I was too young to think deeply about the future. I thought this is the way it's always going to be. I've reached this rhythm, this pitch of how to work, and I would always be at this level. Um, I was deceiving myself because I kind of maintained it for a little while, but without the quality of the writing and of a show like Wings, I was adrift a little bit. But still, I was able to find good jobs. I was on a show called Once and Again. I did guest spots in some movies and stuff. But at the same time, I have to say the cast of Wings was fairly, like I said earlier, humble. They're fairly realistic. It's hard not to get infected by the affirmation and the success that you experience. But by the same token, I always told myself that I'm just a regular guy, and I'm gonna try to do some theater and just keep acting. So I wasn't depressed necessarily, but you learn some valuable lessons when you're not on must-see TV anymore, and you learn lessons about gratitude and about taking yourself seriously. And as I was alluding to that earlier, it took me a long time of living some more life in conjunction with being off that hit show, in which I was able to regain some balance. And as a result, I'm still working and finding pleasure in it and finding meaning in it.